Hi, I'm Chef Carol, and once again, I'm not in my kitchen, but this one will do just fine. Today, I'm going to make jalapeno sweet potato soup as part of my soup journey. I must apologize if I sound a little hoarse. I have been nursing a head cold for about a week and a half. Please excuse me. This recipe was found on a website called food.com. To do this, I'm going to need 3 slices of bacon, finely chopped, a medium onion chopped, 2 tablespoons of butter, 3 cloves of garlic sliced, 4 pounds of sweet potatoes peeled and cubed, 8 cups of chicken broth, a half a cup of pickled jalapeno peppers coarsely chopped, 2 tablespoons of jalapeno juice, 1 teaspoon of cumin, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/4 cup of cilantro leaf. I'm going to use dried cilantro, 1½ cups of milk, and I'm going to use heavy cream, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, freshly ground. I will only be using half of those ingredients because I'm not going to make the full recipe. Let's get started. As always, I cook with unsalted butter. I have mise en place most of my ingredients. I have here the bacon and the garlic together, and I have the onion cubed. I have the potatoes peeled and cubed. I will use 1/8 of a cup of jalapeno peppers. I've actually made this soup before, and I was very, very careful about the jalapenos. I didn't want it to be too much. So today I'm going to go full throttle and use the full recipe. Start with the garlic and the bacon. This should be quick since the bacon's already cooked. This soup is really good, and I'm going to suggest that you go to food.com and get the recipe. And I'm going to get to the same result, but they will be showing you how to get it. I actually enjoyed this soup. I found it to be delicious, and I'm calling this my soup journey because I don't seem to have a taste for too many things. It could be just this season. I'm going to chop up my jalapenos. I'm going to add in a quart, or in my case 4 cups of chicken broth. I'm using 1 tablespoon of chopped jalapenos. I'm also adding in 1 tablespoon of jalapeno juice. Next, I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. And I'm going to add in 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to use 1/4 cup. 1/4 cup is 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to use, since it's dried, 1 tablespoon. I'm going to mix this up, bring it to a boil. Then I'm going to cover it and let it cook for 20 to 30 minutes. Then I will adjust it for seasoning. The sweet potatoes have cooked for 30 minutes. They are indeed soft and tender. I'm going to add in the heavy cream. Now the recipe suggests that you mash the potatoes with a potato masher. I love my immersion blender, so that is what I'm going to use to blend the soup. I believe the immersion blender has blended out all of the lumps, and if there's anything left, it's still going to be tasty. So the soup can use a little salt and pepper, which I'm going to add to it. You could also have put this in your blender if you didn't have an immersion blender. I love it when it comes to stirring cream soups. One thing we know about the sweet potato is that it has many different uses and ways that it can be cooked. My body seems to be leaning toward this more vegetarian diet, and I'm just going with it. I'm going to see how far it goes. As the Campbell's people used to say years ago, soup is good food. So bon appetit. See you soon.